check. What is this thing? Okay. Okay, now it's working. I'm recording now. No, thank you for your patience and consideration. Yeah, no, I am going to say it right now, so you can have it like in a record for your teammates. I'm really sorry. I mean, I already checked your decisions, and the only kind of mistake that I saw is this one regarding the price for like Climax. I'm gonna make it for you, and I will give you the next decision for free. We can meet, of course. And apart from that, I see that you are doing really well. Something that I will change is that here in product development, you like your teammates and you didn't construct the new development center, and this is kind of the year to start with this concept, but it's okay. We can just like skip 1 year and start it, and do not improve some other vehicles, but start this one because it will take 3 years. And as this is the most profitable vehicle in the whole simulation, I would really need to push the development of this utility vehicle because it will help you to grow as soon as possible. Okay, then I will start now. I will assume that you already understand how to gather the information here, so I'm not going to come back and explain all these sections, but if you have any other questions, you can just let me know and I will return and re-explain. That's fine for me. Okay, then as usual, I always go to tools and then focus group. I already purchased them to analyze what happened with your company. So I already run the 3D focus group for your current vehicles that are for Camini, CAFAB, and Climax. Then I saw what I expected basically. So let me do the comparison for you. We have here CAFAB, and from the period where we meet, the market share was 25%. You have like 25% of the market share, and right now you have 51%. It means that you double your market share for this vehicle, and that's great for you because you are dominating in the simulation. So basically here in the focus group for CAFAB, you see now that you are leading this micro segment with CAFAB, of course, and the comments are now positive in size, in interior, and in safety. We need to fix a little bit the performance. The comment here in poor means that you need to decrease a little bit. I believe it's 180, but we will check with the concept test. Apart from that, we will need to increase a little bit interior and safety, but for the sake of this new vehicle that is a 5U, I believe that either CAFAF, Camini, or Climax, we will decide later. We can leave one without the upgrade to launch the new vehicle as soon as we can. In this case, the comments are not so like critical, because for us the most critical comments are here in sizes and prices, because with these two kind of variables we are sure that we fit in the class and the micro segment. So we are good here, and these are some of the most important attributes, same as the hot buttons that of course are interior and safety. Now we are going to 4L. We were in 4F, that was a high income family, and now we are going to 4L, that is high income luxury. Here we have Climax, and here is the thing. We have two vehicles competing in this market, in this micro segment. Let me show it to you. And our previous market share was 74%, and now is 59%. And the market share from Butte was 16%, and now is 22%. And basically what happened? So even, and the analysis for you is the following. Even when the attributes from this vehicle built are the same ones, and the only thing that changes was the price from 28,000 to 35,000. The major change there was that our price came from 45,000, 46,000 to 27,000. Reducing the prices is a strategy that is never positive when you are competing in a luxury market. Why? Because customers are accustomed to a specific price that is linked with what their expectations are. So basically, if you take a vehicle and reduce it the price when it was a premium vehicle or a premium product, you are gonna doubt about if that product is still good or if something happened, and that's why you lost market share. Basically, you make well, I made the vehicle so affordable that now the customers doubt about if that product could be good as it was, or if something happened regarding safety or something like that. That's why it's dangerous to reduce the prices in this kind of its market, and I never recommend that. So here, like the change here will be to increase the price at the point as it was, and with that, of course, we need to do some efforts to regain the preference that was linked to this vehicle, but in some years everything should be all right. Of course, this will impact a little bit the performance, the kind of the expected performance at the expected revenue, but I know that, and that's why I want to give you for free the next decision to make up the things that my mistake made. Mhm. Yes, and the last one is coming in with the changes that you did. Now the size is good, the performance needs to improve, we need to reduce a little bit. I believe that 190, and safety and quality, we need to increase these attributes. So now I go to technology, and I saw that you selected interior styling safety. I just clicked quality because it's still an important attribute, and maybe in the future if we launch the vehicle 5A we could need it. So I am going to leave this for maximum in 10. I am not going to increase it anymore until I believe we need more technology in this section. Apart from that, as usual, I recommend you to keep increasing your attributes up to the maximum values, so you have the differentiation advantage and the competitive advantage that is linked to the theory of Porter. Now we go to product development, and here we want to first construct the new development center. Second, launch the new vehicle here. That will be 5U, and here the important attributes are performance and styling. And styling, we are going to increase it up to the maximum because it's linked to the microsegment 5U, that is enterprisers and utility, and they have the economic power to purchase a vehicle with high attributes. And I already saw your special decision, so we are going to leave safety in 4 because we want to push that law. And the name here, do you have any name, or should I choose? I maybe counter. If you like, you can change it later with your teammates, but by now we can leave it as it is. And then horsepower is 250, size is 65, interior 2, styling max, safety 4, and quality 2. Okay. And let me check the focus groups. Right now, you don't have any other competitor. It was a stroke, but this team changed the pricing for that vehicle, I believe. So now, okay, no. So maybe they readjusted the communication. So now this is not a competitor for you anymore. So I believe that CAFAF will be the ideal vehicle for you to keep improving it. Let me check something first. Kamini CAFAF. And yes, CAFAF first. So for CAFAF we can do interior is 7 here, and here is 8, and safety is 4. Okay, so major, and now CAFAF 180, interior max, and safety max, and save. Okay, so next year you're going to have 4 development centers, and then you can keep upgrading Climax. Right now we are not going to increase the attributes anymore, because the comment from the customers are that size and performance are good, and interior and styling are doing well. So here for this vehicle it can wait one period, but still anyways we are going to increase the price to be absolutely sure that you regain that revenue that was lost. Okay. Sure. Okay, and now we are going to distribution. And here we are going to adjust the coverage of distribution, taking into account the total unit sales per region. So here the highest is east, followed by south, and then west. And 76 is a good amount, so we are going to leave it as it is. And this is the decision for distribution. Now we go to manufacturing, and here we have something interesting, that you have no current inventory, and that's good, because it means that you sold all the units that you manufactured the previous periods. And now we are going here to competition and then manufacturing to check the comments for your firm. So here we have CAFAF, Kamini, and Climax. And now we are going to use the forecast for you. So here CAFAF, the comment is more than 30%. Kamini is less than 30%, less than 10%. And Climax is more than 30%. Okay, so basically what those comments mean, it means that in the previous period with your current production, you could have sold more than 30% of your current units sold. Regarding Kamini is the same, but you could sold at least or minus than 10%, and for Climax more than 30%. So I have a kind of a middle rule here, that when you have the comment less than 10%, I always do the calculation with 5%. Why? Because it says less than 10%, so basically it could mean 1%, 2%, 3%, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So as we are not sure about the specific amount of how many vehicles could you sold in the previous period, right now, well, we want to have like the middle point there. So if it was less than 5% for the manufacturing, you will have some extra vehicles, but you are not going to have like an excessive amount. So that's why we want to go for the middle point. Another comment is shortage between 10 and 30%. So for that comment, we are going to use the middle value, that is 20. And for here, more than 30%, so it could be 30%, 31, 32, 40, 50, 60, 100. So in this case, we are not going to guess. So we are going for, we go for the like the exact value that we already know. So basically here we are going to use 30. If we have more than that, or we need more vehicles than that, well, we still have here in the manufacturing the flex production that right now is 10% for you, or 5% if I'm right. So will be something like 30 plus 5. But in any case, if customers really love your products and really want to keep purchasing, well, we are going to adjust it time over time. So there is no need to overproduce, to have overproduction expenses. In this case, as you have the comments and you have some previous sales, we are going to use the forecast to check how many units can you sell in the next year. And it's like this. I take the sales from the previous periods, and I have a time series and a marginal time series. So this is a way of forecasting for next years. That is quite a basic calculus, but is useful for this simulation. So here we have that kind of the trend right now is to have a decreasing amount of sales, and that's fine. But the thing is that as you produce kind of the same amount from the two previous periods, there is no kind of real analysis to do there. So in that case, we are going to risk a little bit, because you have some the vehicles with some interesting attributes right now. You already upgrade them, and there are no there is no a really bad comment regarding the focus groups. So in this case, the comment for CAFAF, right now you sold 154 units. This is multiplied by 30%, means that you could have sold at least 46 units more. So in this case, you can at least sell 200 units for CAFAB. So we are going to push a little bit, and we are going to increase 10 more. So 210 for Camini. Okay, it's kind of the same amount. And the comment for Camini is less than 10%, so 221 per 5% is 11 units. So basically 232, but we are going to push it a little bit too, so 240. And for Climax is 102, 129, 141, and 143. It's the same too, so 143 per 30%, 43 units. Here would be 186, but as we know that the pricing is not the proper one, and we want to adjust to the ideal micro segment, we are going to like take some risk here and increase to up to 200 to have some luck, honestly. And ideally with the changes, make those sales. And with that, now our scheduled production is 650. Your total capacity is 1000. So I believe that with 150 units is just fine for you. But later we are going to check this value because I already saw your financing and we will need to request a loan to keep running the company. Okay, so manufacturing, this is ready now. Distribution is ready too. Now the special decision, and here let me check safety, and safety. Okay, so with this safety compliance, I do not recommend to do nothing, but instead this one, that run a campaign that even not all your vehicles currently met the standard, you are committed to meet with the new safety requirements in the future, and that you really care about the safety of the customers that you are currently selling at. And of course this will impact positively the perception of your company in the mind of the customers. So we are going to save it, and now financing. So here, let me see, I will need to increase the debt. Let me check something if it's possible to have. Okay, so no, it's not possible. Okay, in this case, let's leave it as it is to not. Oh, okay. We are going to request 2000 by now, but we will check. Okay. No, we don't want to pay it. Okay, so by now it's 0 because in this case the simulation will request a loan automatically, taking into account the current needs of the company, and with that we can't issue stocks, so we will depend on how much cash will the simulation request for the next decision. That's why I would like to continue with the year 3. Okay, and now marketing. Okay, so let me check here. 30, 35. Okay, so here 40. Here 20 and 12, they are just fine. Interior styling, safety, quality. Yes. And performance, not yet. Families, high income, yes. And the advertising theme, Kafaf, interior, community, safety, climax, interior, yes. Now we are going to adjust the sales forecast for marketing. This will be 110, 240, and 200. And now we are going to run the tests. In this case, the price for climax will be 48,000. Yes. Okay, and now we are going to run the test market. Okay, so for kebab, we're going to purchase the micro segments for F to M and for L. So the expected price range is between 32 and 41. So we can increase 1,000 more or less. In this case will be 33,500 for Camini. That is to M. Is between 21 and 31. So we can decide whether 500 or 1,000. Let's try 1,026. Oh, sorry. 26 and 500. And for climax, that is for L, is between 42 and 62. So we have 48. Okay. And now test market. For kebab, 33 and 500. Okay, and we have a positive net contribution impact. Now for Camini, 26 and 500. Still net contribution impact positive. And now for climax. In this case, it's not possible to increase more than 10%. So it will be something like 28 here. But let me show it to you. 48. Yes, we can increase it more than that. So let's go for the maximum. That will be 29. And it says that you will have a net contribution impact of 200. So basically, if we switch the pricing to the ideal one, that is 48,000, it should be a huge impact for you for the next period. Okay. And now with the marketing strategy for kebab, it says that with the same advertising and promotion, the awareness is the same as the unit market share, but the value market share will grow because you will have a net contribution impact led by the positive forecast regarding the economic indicator in the economic outlook. Yes. Okay, and now with 80 or kebab, now for Camini 60. Sorry? Yes, I sent you the PDF because I like here in the I can't send you the Excel file because there I have all the information from all the students that I currently attend. So that's why. Well, I could download a CSV version, but it's not formatted. So basically, you will have the information, but you will need to like adjust the colors, the boldings, and like. Okay. delete, duplicate, copy in, change name, change color, protect a sheet, hide sheet. Yes. Okay, I can do that. New. Yeah, yeah, but I just to have it like ready. Okay, okay, yes. Okay, no, don't worry. It's already separated, so I will share it as soon as we finish. But yeah. And now Kafaf coming in now climax. This will be 105. Oh, sorry, no, 95. Okay, and the net contribution impact is still negative regarding advertising. So in this case, we don't need to push marketing to improve the sales or to increase the sales. And now let me check for the promotion. This case will be 60. And it's still negative. I'm not going to do more tests regarding promotion because it will be the same as marketing, but instead I want to check the pricings to see if we can increase just a little bit more and check how could be the net contribution impact if we increase a bit more the pricings. But before that, let me confirm the range from the micro segments. So here is Kafaf. Okay. Okay, so we can adjust it for Kafaf, but not for Kamini, because we will have the like the precise years to increase or to have an even pricing strategy for this vehicle. As this is not linked to a luxury or high income market, we can't increase even more the price right now. But we can test for Kafaf with 34. Because if you check here, with 33 and 500, the net contribution impact, this means the revenue that you will earn the next year is 154. And if we increase a little bit more the pricings or the prices for CAFAF, the net contribution impact will grow from 154 to 231. This is like the extra revenue that you will earn with your decisions. Sorry? In this year, when the decision advances. Mhm. This is like the money that you will receive when you sell all your vehicles. And this, in, where? Here? Let me check. Okay. Okay. Okay, the thing is that you did make money. These are your sales. You did 1000. However, the thing like here is that in the first 4 periods, you are investing a lot of money in research and development. This means that you are running tests, you are developing vehicles, you are increasing your plant capacity. Like last year, you invested 2,000, like just 2,000 in increasing your plant capacity. So that's why even when you sold all your current inventory, you didn't grow because you had more expenses than earnings. For this year, if you went here to competition and then manufacturing, let me check. You will have seen this comment for Climax and for Cafab that you had a shortage, and this means that you need to increase even more your production. And if you check the manufacturing in this year, the productions from the period where I supported and for years you didn't grow your manufacturing and the sales were the same. So even when you're charging more in terms of prices, you need to support that strategy with more manufacturing, with yes, and that's why we are uh, increasing even more from 154 to 210 because we need to grow as company and not only as strategy. It means that even when we are increasing the revenue by increasing the prices, we still need to produce more vehicles because we can't run a company with only 470 units. And the idea for us is keep growing until we can produce the maximum vehicles we can and sell them all. Okay, and we were here in test market. Okay, so for Kafab, let me open this one here and open this one here. So for Kafab will be 34,000. For Kamini, 26 and 500. And for Climax, 48,000. Okay. And the dealer discount was okay. As we have been selling all the units, I'm going to reduce a little bit. So 11, 12, and this 13. Okay, why I am reducing the dealer discount here? Because in manufacturing, in the previous kind of 2 periods, even when the sales are the same, you sold all your current inventory, and that means that people really like your product offerings and they want to purchase your vehicles. That uh, that concept makes that your dealers or it's easier for your dealers to sell your vehicles because you are offering something interesting for the people, for the customers. So with that, as they are as they are going to sell even more vehicles in the next years because we are still increasing our manufacturing here, they will earn more money per vehicle sold. Because if you check here, the dealer discount is the money that every dealer or dealership earns when they sold any of our product offerings. So in this case, they receive 11% of the current price that is MSRP from CAFAF, 12 from Camini, and 13 for Climax. So anytime that we see that in the manufacturing we've had a current inventory in zero in 1 or 2 years at once, we want to reduce the dealer discount. However, for this dealer discount, the minimum amount that we want to have is 10%, and we don't want to reduce it even more, because if we do it, we were going to let me check for that word because I forget it. We will discourage the dealers, and they will start selling less vehicles because they are not going to receive the same money that they were used to. That's why we want to leave this in 10 minimum, and apart from that, you can leave it as it is when you reach like the 10. So basically, if next year you sell or we sell all the units from CAFAF, we are going to leave it in 10 until the end of the simulation. And if next year, if we sell all the 210 units and we have an current inventory in zero, we are going to leave the dealer discount from CAFAF in 10. We could, but we are not sure if we are going to be able of selling all those units, and we don't want to have a huge current inventory here, because anytime we improve a vehicle in minor or major, we will need to retool the vehicles if we have some left in the inventory, and that will mean more expenses for the company. That's why. Yes, but remember that all the decisions are linked with the product development too. So we could try to do it, because we will have 2 years left still, but in the next year we will need to sell all the units if we have some left in the inventory. Yes, yes. So okay, in that case we can leave it in 220, but I would not I wouldn't recommend to increase more than that. Mhm. Then let me adjust this schedule production, so here will be 220. Okay, and we were here on marketing. CAFAF 34, yes. Camini 26, yes. And regarding advertising and promotions, we are not going to receive more money for that. Yes, it's not here because the test don't allow to uh, increase the price more than 3 or 4 thousand, more or less. But if you check here in the history of the vehicle, you will see this: the initial pricings 45, 46,000, and then from start to year one, that was my mistake, that was changed for 24,000. Mm-hmm. So we want to really have the pricing in 48,000, no 24. And then okay, if you here in the test market, we already tested that. If you check here, for example, I will choose this one, CAFAF, you will see that the baseline for advertising was 70 and the test is 80. And here, the only aspect, or kind of the most important aspect that impacts the investments in advertising is the awareness. So here it says that if you increase 10, like kind of $10, but in reality it's $10 million to your advertising strategy, the change or the change in awareness will go from 60.7% to 61.4%. This means that if you increase awareness, you can have one or two things, or even the two things. One, people know more about your brand and they are aware about the product that you are offering to the market. That's one thing. And this not necessarily means that you are going to make some sales. This is the first scenario. And the second one is that they know they want that vehicle and they are willing to purchase. So in that case, the investments in advertising will lead to an increase in unit market share and value market share, because here the customers know more about your product offering, or more customer base are aware about your product and they are willing to pay for it. So in this case, you have the first scenario, that more people know about your product offering with awareness. They are aware of it, but they are not willing to pay more, or to pay or to purchase that vehicle, because they already have a vehicle that fulfills their needs, or they already purchased your vehicle. So right now the net contribution impact is negative, because it is basically the money that you spend in advertising, and it didn't increase your sales, or it didn't grow your sales for that period. And the same concept, or a similar concept, is linked for promotion. So here basically, let me select this one. Which one was that? Let me check. Promotion. Okay, this one. Kafaf. This one. Test 7. If you check here, you will have, or you will see the change in promotion, that we increase the baseline from 50 to 60. And here says that the awareness is still the same, because we are not increasing the investment in advertising, and that's kind of obvious, that's normal. But the promotion directly impacts unit market share and value market share. Why? Because in one side, the advertising makes the people aware of a specific product, but not necessarily mean that sells the product for them. For example, if you see a pop-up, or if you see a flyer, or if you see an ad in Instagram or Facebook about a brand that you didn't know previously. So basically, the advertising makes you to know about that brand, so you can visit the web page and that. But you can decide either a purchase or not. In the case of the vehicles, the advertising will make customers aware about the product offering. So basically, here is the important attributes: interior, styling, safety, quality, pricings, sizes, horsepower, and that. But when you reach to the dealership, or when you are about to purchase a vehicle directly in the dealership, the promotion is the thing that makes you, or kind of forces you to make the final decision. So for example, you will have 3 dealerships in the same place in some countries, and there you will have, sorry. And sometimes you will have, or you will see that a dealership has a great promotion for you. It says that they will give for free some tools for the vehicle. They will give for free some analysis, I don't know, like some changes of oil, some maintenance or something like that. And the other dealerships just don't offer that. And if you do a comparison, the real cost of purchasing a vehicle that does not give those things for free, and the vehicle that gives that for free, well, kind of obviously you would prefer that one because at the long run it will be more cheaper for you to have that vehicle with those extra perks offered by the dealership. That's the promotion. In this case, if we increase the promotion for this period, the net contribution impact in terms of sales is going to be the same, and at the end of the day, you are going to lose the same money that you invested in the promotion because people are not going to be willing to purchase the car because they already have one, or maybe they already purchased your vehicle. So in this case, that's the logic behind these decisions in terms of advertising and promotion, and that's why we leave advertising and promotion as it is in the marketing decision for you. Okay, so prices ready, dealer discounts ready, advertising things ready, advertising and promotion ready, and sales forecast is now updated, same as corporate advertising. Technology done, product development done, marketing done, distribution done too, manufacturing done, financing. Okay, for financing we will need to wait until the next year because the simulation will request automatically a cash from a short-term loan. In this case, we can issue bonds in 1,000 maximum. Okay, in this case, we can issue bonds because one is less. The interest rate is less than the short-term debt, and with that we are sure that the simulation does not request an excessive amount of money. So we will have some extra kind of extra money to avoid in unnecessary expenses and unnecessary loans, and that we will have some extra funds to keep running the company. I don't recommend to request more than 1,000 in this case because we will need to pay at full when this is ready to be paid. That will be in 2 or 3 years more or less. So 1,000 is a reasonable amount that I believe in the future will be easy to pay when the fixes are done and the company reaches the break-even point. And now we will check before that the decision summary to confirm everything is alright. Okay, and I forgot something here in product development. Here in Camini, we want to increase safety because we want to comply with the law. Also, for Climax, we want to increase safety to 4. We will start that in the next year. And with CAFAF and Counter, we already comply, so that's fine. Basically, we want to increase Camini in the next year to 4, and it will be ready. And for Climax, in the next year, we are going to do a measure to have it in 4 too. And that will be all. Okay. Yes. I will leave the XXX by now, so you have some time to decide the name. Okay. Well. and let's test it to be absolutely sure. But first, Kamini, reduce horsepower, safety and quality. We want to increase it. Kafaf 59 100 8 2 6 2. This will be 6. Will be 8. Styling will be 9 here. Interior 2. Safety 4. Quality 2. And for Kamini 82. This will be reduced to 195, but at the end of the day I believe that 190 is the ideal. Interior is now 3, styling is 2, safety will come to 3, and quality is 2 all to 3. Okay, now let's test it. Concept test. 5U counter ready. Okay, size good, price average, performance best, interior best, styling, safety and quality all best, and the likely to buy is 78%, and that's great. Average mean it like is the average price. So let, let me show it to you. This will be 5U. So average means that is kind of in the middle point between the expected price range. So basically the calculus that, or the calculation that I do here is that we want to increase at least $1,000 for the prices of your vehicles per year, 1,000 per year. And as we have 10 years in your simulation, exactly until the end of the simulation. So basically the average is kind of, I'm sorry, but it's the average price that you have, and that will give us the opportunity to keep increasing at least 1,000 per year until the end of the simulation, because this is the expected price range now, but this will fluctuate time over time, and at the end of the simulation this can increase in 5,000 or in 10,000, the maximum expected price range. And now the pro forma reports and income statement. The net income this period seems to be positive if we sell all the units that we manufactured. Okay. Gross margin, marketing, research and development. Okay. Income before tax. And cash flow. Here says that. Sorry? Well, we will have a net increase in cash of almost 1,000. That is basically the money that we requested with the loan. Because our net cash from the operations will have 1,500. That is kind of the same investment that we did for the plant capacity and the retooling that we'll need to face. somehow. Even when we don't have any vehicles in inventory, sometimes this simulation is bugged or a glitch. But if we sell all the units that we manufacture, next year seems promising because we are not going to be in loss anymore, and this will lead to grow your stock price. So hopefully we can make it and we can sell all the units with the current pricings, with the current prices, sorry. And with that, as I already told to you, I would love to continue with the next decision with you, of course for free, to fix this situation as soon as we can and to reach the break-even point as soon as possible. Okay, now we are done with the decision, so please let me know, do you have any questions or do you want to ask something so I can come back and re-explain? Yeah, you can open it right now. I mean, this does not affect if you open in two devices. Yes. Yeah, I mean you can open it right now, and the decisions should be the same ones that you are like seeing right now, because I've worked with some other students that they love to have like their simulation uh, opened while they while I'm doing the changes. Mm-hmm. No, we are good. I will finish now uh, the recording because I am going to export the files and then I will send it to you via Fiverr. 15. This ends tomorrow and okay, I can't meet in. Okay, we have an issue here. I can meet on 13, 14, and 15. But if you like, give me a moment to think. Okay, if you like, I can make the decision for you, send you in detail what I did, and meet the 16. Is that fine for you? Yes. I mean, in the 16, even though the decision uh, was already taken and advanced, I will come back and re-explain what I did and why. But still, in any case, I will send you in detail what I did and the idea behind those changes before the 15. because the thing is that on Thursday I have to go to the bank and I will need to do some updates of the information and request some personal things. And if Friday, uh-huh, sorry, I didn't get it. No. The thing is that on Friday I have to uh, go. I have to go out with my wife. Oh, oh, okay, let's make this thing. Can you meet on Friday at 12 or 1 or 2? Hmm. Because I will like definitely need to leave. Yes, like 1 hour or something like that. Okay, so what will be your ideal time? Okay, for me will be great between 1 to 2 or 2 to 3. Ideally 2 to 3. Okay, okay. Then as soon as I like stop the recording, I will send you the invite immediately via Google Meets. Okay, then Friday 14. Okay, okay then. Then I will stop. I am